gentlemen, please welcome Prichard Colon.
In combat sports, there is an explicit contract every fighter signs when they step into the ring. You accept the risk of defeat, you accept the pain, but you do so under the assumption that the rules will protect your life.
Disqualification.
On October 17, 2015, that contract was broken. What was supposed to be a routine stepping stone fight for a rising 23-year-old prospect turned into one of the most preventable tragedies in modern boxing history. This is the story of Prichard Colon, a fighter who lost everything inside the ring, and the mother whose unconditional love gave him a second life. Born in Maitland, Florida, and raised in Orocovis, Puerto Rico, Prichard Colon was built for stardom. He was tall, fast, highly skilled, and possessed an effortless charisma that made him an instant fan favorite. They called him Dig It, a childhood nickname that quickly became a brand in Puerto Rican boxing. Prichard wasn't just a physical talent, he was a pure boxing mind. He amassed over 170 amateur wins, represented Puerto Rico in international tournaments, and turned professional in 2013. By mid-2015, he had racked up 16 straight wins with 13 knockouts. He was being fast-tracked to a world title. In September 2015, Prichard knocked out Vivian Harris, a former world champion. He was on top of the world. So when an offer came to fight undefeated Terrel Williams just 35 days later on Premier Boxing Champions, Prichard didn't hesitate. He was young, healthy, and eager to stay active, but taking that fight on short notice would set the stage for disaster. Let's look at what actually happened on October 17, 2015 in Maitland, Florida. From the early rounds, it was clear that Terrel Williams was struggling with Colon's length and jab. To counter it, Williams began targeting the back of Colon's head, specifically the area known as the brainstem, where rabbit punches hit. A rabbit punch is illegal in almost every combat sport for a simple reason. The back of the head lacks the dense skull protection found elsewhere. Impact there directly trauma tests the brainstem and upper spinal cord, risking internal hemorrhaging. As early as round 5, Prichard explicitly complained to referee Richard Rivera, pointing to the back of his head after receiving repeated blunt blows. Instead of issuing hard warnings or immediately deducting points to control the bout, the referee allowed the fight to continue with minimal interference. Frustrated by the lack of referee enforcement, Colon struck Williams with a low blow in round 5, costing him 2 points. The fight grew dirtier, more chaotic, and increasingly dangerous. In round 7, Williams landed another severe blow directly to the back of Colon's head, knocking him down. This time, the referee finally docked Williams 1 point, but the damage was already done. By round 9, Prichard was visibly off balance. He suffered 2 knockdowns in the 9th round, not from clean technical jaw strikes, but from accumulated brain trauma. When the bell rang to end the 9th, Colon staggered back to his corner, telling his team his head hurt and his vision was blurred. In a tragic confusion, his cornerman began unlacing his gloves, thinking the 10th round was the final round of the fight. Because his gloves were removed, referee Richard Rivera disqualified Colon. At the time, onlookers thought it was just a strange corner mistake. In reality, that mistake likely saved his life by preventing him from enduring one more round of punches. Minutes after stepping out of the ring, Prichard collapsed in his dressing room. He was vomiting and shaking. Emergency responders rushed him to Innova Fairfax Hospital in Virginia, where scans revealed a massive left subdural hematoma, a severe bleed on the brain. Surgeons rushed him into emergency surgery, removing a portion of his skull to relieve pressure. He immediately fell into a coma. Prichard remained in a coma for 221 days. When he finally opened his eyes, the energetic young athlete who had entered the ring 7 months prior was gone. He was left in a persistent vegetative state, unable to walk, speak, or swallow on his own. This is where the story shifts from a boxing tragedy to a story of profound devotion. Prichard's mother, Nieves Colon, took over his full-time care. For years, she has documented his daily journey on social media, not for sympathy, but to keep her son's humanity alive in the eyes of the world. Through years of physical therapy, hyperbaric oxygen treatments, and surgeries, small miracles began to happen. Prichard learned to communicate using eye-tracking equipment and simple hand signals. His bright smile returned, a quiet testament to a spirit that refused to be completely extinguished. The tragedy of Prichard Colon forced combat sports to confront its officiating failures. In 2016, the World Boxing Council officially instituted the Prichard Colon rule. It requires referees to immediately halt action and issue strict penalties or disqualifications for any deliberate rabbit punching. For nearly 11 years, Prichard Colon's life stood as a testament to human resilience and unconditional family devotion. But on August 13, 2026, his long battle came to an end. Surrounded by his family in Orlando, Florida, Prichard passed away at the age of 33. His father, Richard Colon, shared the painful news on social media, writing, "I regret to inform you of the passing of my son Prichard from this earthly world. Now he is in a better world." The global boxing community immediately united in grief, not only honoring the promising 16-0 contender he once was, but remembering the courage of a young man and his mother, Nieves, who showed the world that even in the face of immense tragedy, love never surrenders.